Abuja na do ko BBC ko keka say be about Ghana economy and then E-Levy and money gina so they trendy. And na ye behwe say interview with Peter Coach and ye tie na do keka no BBC a landing into trouble. Yes, I see. Now, before we start, this same host landed President Mahama into trouble about so bizarre and said, "What you bribe with that?"
Then I asked him if he had ever been offered a bribe before.
You mean as president?
As John Mahama.
As a human being?
As a person.
Any human being in the world would have encountered, corruption in a way, one way or the other, either being offered a bribe or a bribe being demanded from you. What you need to do is to put yourself in a position...
Mr. President, did you take it?
No, I haven't taken a bribe.
Yeah, Busia send a JDM Kwambo or Hokakrano. The same thing you see after an adwa. You go video so.
But if I look at the Ghanaian economy at the moment, it's doing... I mean, let's just be honest, it's doing terribly.
Not terribly.
Well, just straight off the bat, the guy didn't come you holding any punches. First, and I tell the president of the country, Ghana, I say your economy, is doing terribly. And then that's based on a mouthful of a country, yeah, that's a fact. And I'm not saying that the president I'm telling you that the situations and the circumstances here, government be a bebaso within that 4-year or 8-year span, will be facing some troubles. Based on another troubles our facing, my economy, is doing really terrible.
Inflation in your country, inflation in Ghana.
I don't know the economy in the world that's doing well.
Tell me
where you are here.
Inflation in Ghana.
The highest inflation.
Well, 15.7%. The Ghanaian cedi has fallen 20% on the dollar. The worst after Russia, which has a lot of sanctions against it.
What the host is saying, is very true, Ankasa. When it comes to the Ghana cedi now, it's like Yajano, anyway, you know, no number one team, not just say, on the way, be another now. What you say? Because it's that the Ghana currency, cedi is the worst performing currency right now. Our Africa and the West kind of behind Russia, which means that the second, and then the host, as the host stated, Russian currency, is being sanctioned by we are for number. Yeah. So that's if that is doing terribly, Abuja, that's people understand. But the Ghana cedi, I bring away economists like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Yeah. So bet me abu mak cedi na jina ba bi ejina no. Right now, even on tap send the cedi,
it's began to firm up. It has begun to firm up.
Nana firm up on why? But I don't see the Ghana cedi firming up anywhere. If the exchange rate, is still at where it is. Now I think on tap send euro rising up to 8.5, and then I saw it now and I said that 8.4. Is that the firming up? Dollar I think said it was 7.6 or 7.5. Now it's about 7.4, 7.3. Is that the firming up? Even banks are exchanging at 7.35 in Ghana. So how is it firming up?
We're seeing the cedi systematically appreciating against the dollar.
No, at least right now, based on world market, I don't see the cedi appreciating after falling that high from about 70 billion storage buildings. Yeah. If the cedi is appreciating and firming up, at least we should see improvement in how the kind of saying. If we rank it against the best performing currencies in Africa, but still we are where we are. So how is that firming up? How is that appreciating?
People still can't employ. I was just reading today. People in the hospitality industry that you're pushing so hard. Having to lay their staff off. We've got taxi driver unions threatening strikes because of spiraling fuel costs.
Now that fuel cost, you can't entirely blame Nana because Nana do fuel. What I say, don't see a two fuel ni do Ghana, but you win a day, you would sky in your free, you won't any accounts be out. I say, but I don't know. It be accounts in I'm sure I'm holding. But self fuel costs and high fuel prices in a day. It will be but near man Ghana, the thought they had drink and said, Ghana minimum wage is under $1, and then we'll be aware and say Europe minimum wage more than that. And then that same person there will US and now Europe a pay fuel price at the same cost or even similar to the cost of say Nippon or Ghana. That is really not fair. So the host being hosted there, not everything or Becca Biana against the president, even though it may be maybe things could have been done. Ebian came fuel price in Ghana no, and cost that fast or that quick. So first and all that. Number reason is just Ghana too fuel me. Obi achia wiesu won kwanchen kra beto ne de ebuom. What you say?
It doesn't look like a place that I want to go and put my money.
Where will you put your money in the world today? Where will you put your money? In Britain?
Oh yeah, holiday tree Nana Akufo ankasa. Because part say me I'm doing all these things, me planning for all these things so that people can come into Ghana, invest their money, so that our economy, can boom. And out of nowhere, you just sit there in front of the president of the whole country like Ghana. Say I will not put my money in Ghana. And I do business. Who am I gonna do? All the UK, Britain, Britain, Mokramo Britain,
which is suffering the worst standard of living statistics for over 30 years.
Yeah, Nana. If you're making that comparison also, then Ghana, so the worst standard of living, is I say at the end of the day, after independence, now near the end start here, so you can't really compare yours to Britain for at least Britain. You enjoy some freedom because at least Ghana Ghana school, university. I mean, not just any school. But some of these comparisons, if you bring it up, we have to go the extra mile and tell people say, it makes perfect sense. But if you compare both countries now, compare Umuhutu now, who the end of the just say, he said yes, are doing terrible for the last 30 years. Yeah, at the end of the since. Yeah, we are not starting terrible. I get terrible. What we seen there?
Is it? Oh, I think let's situate ourselves correctly.
Nana Nim says when situating the home very well properly. Be an some more because of the question about equally the Ghana as a whole into trouble with Britain. Let's situate
The world is going through very difficult times. Ghana is no exception. Nigeria is no exception. There's no country in the world that is escaping the ravages of both COVID-19 and also the impact of the Ukraine. But
now, when the Ukrainian war and a Russian war with Ukraine said, Ghana. How? I know the fuel prices, yes, if Russia want to be free, but that's the reason why fuel prices are hiking up. But if you are blaming everything on something, we can't always be blaming as a downfall on other stuff. I know the COVID-19 by a country being where we are here and hitting hard, what do you say? But some of the other countries, are starting, they are, building up and all that. So we can't always be blaming us a downfall on a mouthful woman. Russian-Ukraine war about the bank. COVID-19, I must see how, she said, what I get the top, she said, I don't get it though. No, I know they are COVID-19. I know the COVID hit every country very hard, Yankasa. But Ghana, dear Pana, Ghana, yet so much as I must say, your BPI down for COVID-19, they say. COVID-19, just say, E-Levy, COVID-19, just no baby, everything be about government, and as a government, and brave CD, yeah, they are COVID-19, everything. When will people start to take responsibility, say, our mismanagement of stuff, and now my how we see, and not just COVID-19 and as a Russian-Ukrainian war, what I say. Because now no can say Kenoforiata speech or be my about measures a government take send a at least government the economy will start booming up was to say some of them at least was say or more important VAT being a fee government talk from every single year. Are we a serious country to do that? President Obama pens why I see Obama Muko US Quadribusian. Obama buy for Ghana, yes, a convoy. Brand new cars and qua. You see, some of these things, the idea be a come to me a catin but still you chose not to. After you be a you blame everything on COVID-19, you blame everything on the Russian-Ukrainian war, you blame everything on Capito's corruption.
What you need to look at are where are the elements being put on the ground that look beyond the COVID and beyond the Russian-Ukraine war. And I think you'll find that in Ghana, the recovery program that we have is one that is considered very credible, and it is what is going to give us the opportunity to come out of this period a stronger economy.
Again, some of the measures the government have put in place, and at least it will deal with this, falling economy. Ghana has fallen. Falling economy, I say you import to VAT vehicles being you see MPs as a minister, say, I bet take or more at least voluntarily you're saying, or moon can say, okay, 30% of our salary in here, mon find your money. On top of that, there is E-Levy, you have a coupon, I do top petrol for ministers and MPs, I say, you be jamos and some of these little things. How does that fit the country? I'm not saying they are stupid. I know say what they are doing now, at least, will help the economy, at some scale. What you say? So na be a boost to and be booming the economy, kakra. What you say? But that can't solve everything, and that is at least better than nothing. What you say? So that we applaud. But couldn't we have done that last 4 years? Because importing new vehicles every single year. How? What they then? It's not like some ministers and every year be a moje for so every year be the new car. They need new cars. Car companies are more that cars from them, no. Just it's not every year be an car. If you're doing that at your own will, that is you. But if the gun is car and a move used to the no man, every year be a more important new cars. Every year be a you go trips. Now they're going to the E-Levy part of that interview.
Let's talk about one of the structures that you say you've put in place. The E-Levy, a lot of people are calling it a stealth tax on people who already are impoverished. It's a 1.5% tax on people who do business on their mobile phones. So if they use their mobile phones to send money or to...
The digital economy, the mobile economy.
Yes, but you're taxing people on money that has already been taxed.
Is the biggest economy in the is emerging as the biggest economy in the country.
Now you can see some another one shut down answer question at least based on the interview now Mudiabano. You see that's the reason why I'm out for what problem with the E-Levy. You don't really get a clear understanding of Nekoso. Because I think say many Americans say is that the government will be at least the government should task you can't say MTN for company, the organization they are doing their business. The why what a credit card. Imagine buying anything online with a credit card and then you are being taxed on that credit. Because already when you scan. Find ways of a scan move free, but you tax that money. What do I say? Not the mobile money transaction, which is majority, done by poor people, impoverished people. That is what the guy was saying. And then another said, question
and for a long period has not had any taxation at all. So it is important now that they also come into the net.
You see, that wasn't individuals' fault. That was the government's fault. What you say? Because if there will be a certain business, you know that the business is going on and then there is no tax system. How does that even happen? MTN or Sunday, I think there's 100 cities, you have 1 city is the same. Tax, why can't I say taxes are 1 city? At least at the beginning. And then up to this point, now, okay, scanner a taxi MTN isn't enough at least to build the economy and as help us get money. Then let's tax a month for kakranka. Maybe 0.5%. What I say there be? Let's tax 1.75. And I see a kind of 1.5. And then how am I passing the bill? Utina na do sonar speech. I say kind of say it was idea NDC and then the majority and the minority are kabuma passing. But yes, minorities are then working out, and then you passed it because you have the majority.
Our country has one of the lowest tax to GDP ratios of any country in West Africa and of an equivalent economy. The ECOWAS area, the general average today, tax to GDP average is about 18%. Ghana, we're at 13%. So it's as if you're talking about a country which is already overtaxed, if anything at all, is undertaxed.
Yeah, it's undertaxed. That I understand because a whole lot of companies were getting into tax. That's an idea with you sugar could know. But then again, why are you taxing the individual? Because if the government, GES teacher ni salary, at least we wait your tax on that. So if that teacher ni scan, that's what send be na busu and papa. And then you say let's tax that again. Ne papa ka say okay, my scan my send me my jewusu. We tax that money again. So why don't you tax MTN, Vodafone, or more or more did that whole thing because it's like I don't know say if that 1%, 1.5% at least almost now E-Levy, I tax individuals, I don't know say if the companies, are more in charge of this like MTN, 30 go in are they also being taxed? And I say, the original tax now, like, running a business in Ghana, no tax. I'm not saying in any forms of tax at the morning. Tax in a most of the countries they don't have any tourist site, they don't have any oil, and America. The only thing they use to run their country, are taxes. What I say. So if it's a Ghana, you tax here, fine, fantastic. But at least, who are we taxing? A month for no red name, Medawafo, we send this car, come on, school. A month for a brain now, a bit too soon. Nebako school, Winiba, Nebako school, Tamale. Oh, to me, as okay, me kwako send the kwajo 500 series into the main faka and fanko. Means, and then you are taxing that money. Just say, ebinum do bro. Oh,
okay, let me take you up on that point. On your low tax ratio to GDP. I'm just going to quote. Read this quote to you. It's from John Kwache, who I'm sure you might know is the Director of Research at the Accra-based Institute for Economic Affairs. He says there are several loopholes in our tax system that, if they are plugged, will be able to raise our tax to GDP ratio to something like 20% from the 12% that you're talking about. Are you speaking to experts like him?
Expert. That be, you see, government feels like they have their own experts. So bit legal, or bit use a kind of say, it's only expert. Expert in the Drew, what I say. So that's there, we won't listen to those experts. You bet him, even though say be an air because we should know Ghana, we shouldn't be a country. E-Levy, baby, problem. Ghana, your tourist side, we can get money from that. Uko Italy, tourist sites, taxes, and I'm running our country. Asa Romeo and Juliet, story in the cry, say, and you're real. There's a baby, Uko Verona, say, you nim process, you're not the new woman who cry and Romeo and Juliet, no more. But still, no my be for what? Tourist site, Omudi Jiska, Ghana, Kokentampo, Canison, yes, the center of Ghana, Correct center, and the oh, we have so many things. There will be beer or oil. You want tom, you want sack, what you want shatawali. We have everything. Still, we need to tax impoverished people. And here for on mobile money, momo. And then there is the
First of all, there's a recognition that
he says that there's no need for the E-Levy.
Well, that's his point of view.
He's an expert.
But he's an expert. They're experts in government as well, and we think it's necessary, and that's the reason why we...
You think it's necessary to tax people who are already impoverished?
They're not already impoverished. We're talking about people. We're talking about taxing an industry.
Now, that session, there are so many things to break down. Nana responds to the guy now about expecting it. Yeah, I understand. I get that point because with the meantime, baby, I saw expect what I say. Any moment, if the government knew more experts also, then what are they doing? What I say? So that response I get. But if you say you are not taxing impoverished people, but industries,
you think it's necessary to tax people who are already impoverished?
They're not already impoverished. We're talking about people. We're talking about taxing an industry.
So industry, because you're not taxing MTN, you are taxing Kwajo Manu or Bogos. What I say? Or no, taxing because when you say a person send the movie. Momo now taxing a month for your Momo and your big corporations and organizations. Big men that work Ghana don't use Momo. You are not taxing those people. That is the problem. As I say, this whole obi out too quick kind of KJT ya tom mako any jene. Send partner now taxing because when you skaka. A mouth for binim ska munyano. Instead of going to banks, sell back the lines who are bank 10, they use mobile money. No one amatia say now, but it was convenient. Obia dia to Ghana, Obia Yusubi. Now, amongst okay. There are so many transactions being done through mobile money. So why don't we tax that? And then the person is asking you, say, I don't think I will tax here for there be we are taxing an industry. Industry, man. Because you are not taxing MTN, you are not taxing Etetigo, you are not taxing Vodafone, you are taxing Kwasi Bekun. I will tell you, Chara. Kwasi Bekun, I will taxing. So to say you are taxing industry, not person. Because if you say you are taxing poor people, that will make you look bad on BBC. That will make you look like, okay, you don't care about your own people. Because you are rich already, and then the people now ain't rich now. You don't know how to, control the economy. And I say, normal cost work, I'm saying the economy, let's tax the industry. Sana will can with BBC. You are taxing people.
And transactions where a lot of value is being created, and we want to also bring that value into government coffers. I think that is something that is there's nothing so, and the E-Levy is not Ghana, it's the only country that has something like a digital tax. Many countries, they will not like it.
Because they're already taxing people who do business online.
That is the thing, no. You're already taxing them because what's in this true momo, account to one, empty of water, and I'm a filling station, so petrol, and then you are paying to a normal mobile money account. Empty of water, because you have to add charges as a day, send a very panic or scanner. At least it won't come and now in the didn't call the sick house and the man. Isn't that it? So already most of the times in scanner casano is already being taxed. And then through the E-Levy tax, it's like double taxation.
And then you are taxing as well.
People never like taxes. I don't know any group of people, especially businesses, when taxes are brought to them that like it.
Yeah, but you are not taxing businesses. You are taxing individuals. Am I getting this wrong? And as a E-Levy, it's like the thing that you are talking about, I don't get it. Because if you are talking about someone from pay tax, yeah, generally, be on pay tax. Because we are Juma, GP, you have 1,000 euros. Now say a tax of 48%. Now say for almost half of who pay now 1,000 euros, to about 500 buyer. No one likes that. But then again, here, I'm not saying that they are charging 48%. How you are saying it's like the thing now in the it's meant for businesses, organizations, enterprises, and not individuals. But a man for I getting affected, really. I'm here for individuals. Maybe I'm getting this whole thing wrong.
When you hear all these stories, Mr. President, I mean, Ghana was one of the rising stars of, the economic recovery of Africa, so to speak. But when you hear about all these issues with the economy now, what exactly went wrong?
I'll tell you what went wrong. Capital by Ghana, woman, that is the main reason Ghana we are not on China. Mismanagement of affairs. Because if you can stop importing V8 cars, that means that we could have done that 8 years ago. We could have done that, but we never did. Atwaswa na accumulate ya. No marketing, we always find ways here. We will get more from the country any be. And then am I no ma ye one ke betimi ahwe so yi se ne be yanka ska be flow through Ghana easily. Uko Saudi Arabia hwe ne Dubai obi twa ho picture video de kire wa obeka se we dey say book drawing. Nso are real like is there. Ghana. Hey, what are you to another response?
Nothing has gone wrong. We're part of those who have been very badly affected by what has gone on in the last 2 years.
Nothing has gone wrong. Nana, as a street, no young faso. Because normally we break also wrong. We have black sheriff, first sermon, second sermon. Come the man, the boy, Nana. And you come, what I say. Until this all say nothing has gone wrong.
Until 2020. Since I came into office, 2017, 2018, 2019, the beginning of 2020, we were growing our economy at about 7%, the GDP growth rate.
Now, when your numbers are because you don't know how to calculate that thing, normal Ghanaians like myself, then you can Ghana grow at a rate of 18%. Now, so we go to my dry. You might weigh and cost like it should have. GDP growth and I say percentage wise, what I say, but one and MDBT there be numbers. Economist,
one of the fastest growing economies in the world was the Ghanaian economy, even in the crunch year of 2020, when the economies of the world dived. Ghana, we still managed a positive rate of growth.
Again, I understand that, but to be any Ghanaian say 2020 and the bottom they're doing better. Our business is near booming. They will tell you the same thing. That is the cry on the street.
Because the fundamentals of our economy are strong, but it has been a difficult task for all the economies of the world. I think it is important that when you're making the kind of provocative statements that you're making, that you situate yourself. You speak as if you're living in the same time as you and I.
It makes perfect sense. But then again, this whole thing, economy falling, it's not like say COVID time nkwa na ma bibia say. And then, like I always keep saying, you know, China and started at the end. Ne China akokwa chart of amount for like corona cases and how more pana because I in my opinion, country be affect you more. No? Those are the countries that they will need to spend more money, if I'm not mistaken. China started with me now top can say 100 list krana omon ka ho of a man for munya so many infections and then you know deaths in your ka ho Ghana yeah that's chiro okra baby what you say it's very bad, it's very terrible, but since you hit Ghana and then blaming everything on COVID-19 you know, it's like how dear pana Ghana yeah during the corona time in here you be biado I ain't we blame it on corona government scam mujin we airport could have sanitizers in Ghana saying hand wash and I'm economy not bought from na answer there. Importation of normal and answer then because Ghana you diabanchi you dibanku what you say. So all these things are there. I don't understand why. Just say my goodness, I was out there finalizing the video near Queen.
The world economy as a whole has gone through very difficult times. And there are several things that we're doing, which is in the line of being able to pick up our economy again. I have no doubt that next year, if you were to come and speak to me like you're doing today, we will have a different set of facts.
No, not really. You've been in power for 6 years. 6 years money away. But still, Nana, every Ghanaian felt like, okay, Mahama was a failure. Nanado is the guy to fix everything. And then Nanado comes in power. We don't see that significant growth now. Amount for envision, you know what I say. We don't see economy booming. We don't see money in people's pockets. And then the majority in Ghana for being more and then be cutting and some slack. But the fact still remains the same. We can't always be blaming everything on Corona. Corona by a deep bonnet, a deep country, we are see baby bonnet. But some of the economy now started building up. Amount for in some economies, you know, are starting here. Juma will be up in some countries. But if you come to Ghana, you and share the national. Abuja link BBC video no YouTube description as well. Click on a because yeah, I think you should know what is happening. And then I felt like okay, this video we at least need to talk about it because I don't say my work kind of video. You know, sometimes you know a be not correct, but you know, there are things that we have full video now. Some questions be a 2 man and Adwa. You can see him crumbling a bit. So the answer because my point is that we can't continue to blame everything on Corona. Economy year, first 2 or 4 years in office, we blame it on the previous government, which was NDC. We be NDC for 4th. Right now, still we blame things on NDC. You've been in power for 6 years. You can't fix things NDC. I ain't even wrong or Corona. You can't use 6 years to face them. Now, Nana don't normal so dear good economy bounce back here. Just say we don't have the resources, but we do things to send what resources in the yes are normal. And then we blame it on Corona. Corona was better. I was in a video episode was brought to you by TapTapSend. TapTapSend there one app I bet me you just send this car from Europe, USA, Canada. They are back Ghana through Momo. Yeah, 11 years in young started maintenance. What's send your enter why? True Momo, and as I send their to the bank account to directly. Or send their into exchange rate in was and I'll send the instant to another 20 pana. Either the Momo account to another bank account to. I was going to short video in the video.
Me did the young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a bush for Ghana. No, me used to tap. No fee mobile money transfer. Easy, convenient, fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover my pimp. Tap, send. Intienne. Also download the TapTapSend app. No, ever mobile phone so free. Let us see come busunya for Ghana for na. TapTapSend. Papa no.
Yeah, no. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to your YouTube channel and click on the new video. Be and buy now. Tell me again, Adios.